اينشتاين بيقول التعليم مفهوش ملل، حط نفسك مكاني هتفقد الامل. ملينا المدرسه ونظام صب وكب، شرح طول الوقت عمل لنا دروب. يا استاذنا عقلي مش سبونج بوب، يشرب المعلومه وبعديها يكب. هنا في نوسكول طلعنا من الدروب، لعب مرح تفاعلات هتعجبك يا بوب.
نوسكول أكاديمي. Simply learn different.
Good morning, my dear students, and how are you today? I hope everybody's good whenever you are, wherever you are. Well, rise and shine and be on your own way. Now it's time to study English together with English in mind, when you can have a lot of fun. Our today's lesson is going to be about reading, and we're going to read about medication and common health problem. So welcome back to school one more time, and let me tell you about this wisdom first, and after that we will be studying together. He who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything. So take care of your health to have everything you want. Let's get our tools needed for today's lesson and not waste time to save our energy and healthy. I would like you to prepare pen and pencil, a dictionary, a laptop, or a computer if you don't have. Of course, a notebook to take some notes. And let's see our objectives for today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, when it comes to reading, all students must be able to define new vocabulary. And today we're going to speak about medical treatment. And at the end, we're going to practice speaking activity for everyday English expression. And finally, we're going to write in a school poster. Our keywords for today's lesson, which you should have prepared them already, is going to be diagnose, cancer, tumor, astonish, stove, strange, discover, patient. All these words and more, you should have well prepared them before. But don't panic, we are going to study this right now. So let's start reading together. Before we do that, I would like you to have a cup of coffee, relax, and let's read together, as reading is the key to learning. Are you ready? Let's get started. Well, reading lesson. Question 1. What is placebo? What do you know about placebo? Of course, nothing. I don't know, because I didn't know anything about it too until I read our today's paragraph. So read the text quickly to find out. This is the text that you are going to read. It's called placebo proof powerful. So it could be something good. Of course, it's going to be something good. So in exercise B, read the text again and listen and answer the questions. So we have 4 questions. I want you to answer them after we read. So what effect did the first injection have on Mr. Wright? Number 2, what caused Mr. Wright death according to the story? Number 3, what have been doctor's reaction to the story and why? Number 4, what new findings are there these days about the placebo effects? I would like you to answer this question, but of course, before we do that, we are going to learn some vocabulary together in order to be easy for you to go through the paragraph, read, and answer the question. If you're not sure about something, at the end, I'm going to show you these questions again so you can listen to it and check your answers. So let's start working by the new vocabulary together. The first one is called diagnose. Diagnose, it means to say exactly what an illness or the cause of problem is. Like when you go to the doctor and you say like, I'm not feeling well, doctor. So he's asking you, what is the matter? Well, I'm not quite sure, but I'm not feeling well. So you start talking to the doctor, so the doctor will diagnose you. He's going to tell you exactly what is the illness or the cause of the problem is. Number 2, it's called tumor. Tumor, look at the picture in front of you. It's a mass of cells growing in or on a part of the body where they should not. Like it's like some cells in a specific part of your body and it shouldn't be there. So usually causing medical problem. Medication. Medication, this is the drugs or another form of medicine that you take to prevent or to treat an illness or treatment involving drugs. Drugs, by the way, is not a bad word. Drugs is a normal word. It's related to medicine and medication. So this is the medicine you take when you are ill, but the other word is very different from drugs because drugs is normal word. Okay, injection. Some people are afraid to take an injection. This is the act of injecting somebody with a drug or other substance. Okay, so patient. Patient in this lesson is going to be about someone who is in the hospital. As you can see in the picture. But patient has another meaning. I have already told you about it before. It means like when you have a lot of patience, to be patient with somebody. When somebody like doesn't understand what you're saying and he asks you to repeat one more time, so you say, okay, I repeat again, okay, I repeat again, but you still patient. You'll never lose your patience. So, but patient here for today's lesson is going to be someone who is in the hospital, because today we're studying like diagnose, illness, treatment, medication, and all these things. So today's lesson, patient is going to be like someone or a person receiving medical treatment, especially in a hospital. Brain, this part of your body, it's called brain. The organ inside the head of controls the movement, the thoughts, the memory, and controls even the whole body. This is called brain. Surprise, surprise, it controls the feeling also, okay? Because the brain controls your feeling to be good, to be happy, to be sad, to be angry, to be anxious, to be worried, to be nervous, and so on. Reaction. This is a reaction. Yes, somebody told you something, for example, listen, your house was burned. This is a reaction of what I have heard. So what do you say, or what you think, or a result of something that has just happened? You make a reaction like this, for example, when you are astonished or surprised. Some people cry. This is a reaction. Like some people hate each other. Like if you hate me, I'm going to hate you. This is a reaction. Treatment. Treatment is something that is done to cure an illness or injury, or to take somebody look and feel good. Like when somebody is sick, he goes to the hospital, he's a patient to have some treatment to become good again. A report. A report, it's written, spoken account for an event. Like when your manager asks you to write a report about the new medicine, for example. So this is a report. When your teacher asks you to write a report about the school or about the school subject, so I'm going to write a report. So it's written or spoken account of an event, especially one that it's published for a broadcast. Okay. Anxious. Anxious, like when someone is worried about something, nervous about something. Usually people feel nervous when they have like a speech in front of people, when they have exams, when they're going to work for the first day, when they're going to school for the first time. So people feel worried and anxious about this. Achieve. Let's achieve our goals together and study English and speak English like native speaker. Achieve, it means to succeed in reaching a particular goal, status, for standard, especially by making an effort for a long time. Okay, so let's continue together. Here is the exercise again. Exercise B, read the text again and listen, answer the questions. So you have 4 questions. Right now, I'm going to give you some times in order to read the paragraph, answer these questions. If you're not sure about something, you can just listen and check your answers. Okay, so I have 5 minutes from now. I'm just going to have a cup of tea and I will get back to you. Okay, so take care of yourself, answer the questions. Don't forget to listen, to practice listening, and at the end we're going to practice listening again. Okay, so I'm going to drink my tea right now and I will let you answer this exercise. Don't forget, I will check your answers later. Okay, so don't go anywhere. I will be waiting for you. Bye for now. Welcome back again, my dear students. Well, I hope everything was easy, that you read the paragraph and answered the question and didn't forget to listen and check your answers. Now it's time to have a discussion box. Work in pairs or in a small group. If we're working together right now, I will let each 2 students to do it together, but as we're not together, so I'm going to let you speak with me right now. So do you believe that a placebo can have a healing effect? So after you read the paragraph and you know what his placebo was and how the patient was like died, and what did he feel after the first medicine, after he took the first medicine, and what did he feel after he took the second medicine, and how can like a small word affect like the people emotional and feelings. Okay, so do you think the placebo can have a healing effect? Number 2, do you think people or animals should be used to test medicines? Why and why not? Like a new medicine, when a scientist make a new medicine, do you think people or animals should be used for test medicine, to try medicine on people or animal? which is better, to try it for people or animal? Okay, let's not get to this point, and let's see how strong is your vocabulary. Right now we're going to study vocabulary together. Before I teach you anything, I would like to make a very simple test for you. So here is a test in the QR code. Scan it by your cell phone and answer this exercise. I will be here waiting for you to teach you some new vocabulary. So take care of yourself, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye. Welcome back again, my dear students. Well, I hope everything was easy to you. So we have some vocabulary, and also we have the meaning of this vocabulary. Let's do it together right now. So we have panicky, homesick, inattentive, absent-minded, over-anxious, and nostalgic. So let's, for example, do the first one, panicky. Okay, you can choose from the other column, A, B, C, D, E, or F. So panicky is going to be what? What is the definition of the word panic? When I say like panic, it means to be worried about something, going to be like afraid about something. You have an exam tomorrow and you didn't study. Well, this is your reaction, right? Well, please, students, don't panic. So panic is going to be, you can choose from the list. You have homesick also, when people travel outside their native country and they miss their family and friends. This is called homesick. Inattentive, like you're talking about, I'm not giving you any attention. Absent-minded, I'm not thinking of everything, or thinking a lot about the past and not live the moment. Over anxious, it means you're completely worried about something. Nostalgic, it means like tending to forget things because you're thinking about other things. Okay, so let's match them together right now. Panicky, it means easily scared. Homesick, wishing you were at home. Inattentive, not paying attention. Absent-minded, it means like thinking a lot about the past and imagining that it's better than the present. Over-anxious means too worried about something, and nostalgic means tending to forget things because you're thinking about other things. Here in exercise B, complete the sentence with the adjectives from exercise A and B. So I would like you to read it. You have 8 sentences and complete it with the exercise you have already studied, from the word panicky, from the word homesick, inattentive, absent-minded, over-anxious, and nostalgic. Okay, so right now read and listen. What kind of test has Ash got on Friday? What results does he get? Read and listen and check your answers. So this is a short conversation between a group of people. Like, one of them was called Ash, and he was really worried and anxious about his exam. Like, in his mind, he feels that he's going not to pass the exam and he's going to fail. He's speaking to his friends. His friend name are Joanne, Matt, Caroline. They are trying to support him to pass his exams and to feel well before the moment before the exam. So, when is your test, Ash? Like Joanne asked, when is your test, Ash? So Ash said, oh, please. So by this tone of voice, it means he's worried about something. Don't talk to me about that, please. Don't talk to me about that. I am nervous enough as it is. So Matt asked him, like, how come you're nervous about it? Don't you think you will pass? Wow, this is a very hard question when somebody asks you, like, don't you think you're going to pass your exam? Well, what can you say? Of course I'm going to pass my exam. You have to be self-confident and pass all your exams. Well, Ash said, unfortunately, Ash said, frankly, I'm convinced I won't. Well, in this moment, I realized that Ash is not going to pass the exam. Why? Because in himself, like, he believes that he's not going to pass the exam. So the test is on Friday. My instructor says I'm ready, but I can see that I'm not ready. So Ash doesn't believe in himself, and he feels like he's going not to pass the exam, and that's why he's going to fail the exam. Caroline said, so you need to see yourself passing. If you can do that, if you can imagine that, you're well on your way. Okay, so well on your way. This is one of the expressions that we're going to study today. So Caroline said, you need to see yourself passing. If you can do that, you're well in your way. And after that, Joanne said, what do you mean by that, Caroline? Caroline said, well, it's interesting, isn't it, that Ash said, I see myself failing, but if you see yourself passing, it means you're going to pass. Okay, then Ash said like, easier said than done. Like you keep talking, he's telling his friends like, you keep talking. Easier said than done. But when it comes to work, it's hard to done the work. Joanne said, well, it sounds interesting. Maybe you should try it. Well, it's a good advice and it's a good idea. If you're not sure if you're going to do something or not, imagine yourself doing it, and it's a good idea to try it. Caroline said, yes, positive thinking, it works. Try it. But Ash said, you might be surprised. It means when you work hard, but you might be surprised. Okay, Ash said, I will try anything. On Friday, so did I pass? Well, the examiner told Ash, well, I'm afraid not. So Ash didn't pass the exam. You failed on 6 different things. To be honest, Mr. Taylor, sometimes I felt that you were driving with your eyes closed. You're driving with your eyes closed. What do you think what will happen on the road? A lot of accident. Later, Joanne said, Ash, hey Ash, that's a big smile you've got. Did you pass the exam? I think we're going to hear some good news. But Matt said, yeah, you passed. Good on you, Ash. Ash surprised them and he said, I didn't pass my exam, and he told them that he failed in 6 different subjects. So now read the text and answer these questions. What result does Ash expect to get in his driving test? What results does Ash expect to get in his driving test? Well, he feels like he's going to fail. What does Caroline suggest that Ash should do? She suggested that Ash must believe in himself and imagine himself like passing the exam and passing the driving test. How many things did Ash fall in his test on? 6 different things. Where is Ash going tomorrow, and who he's going to go out and have some fun with new girlfriend? Now it's time to write together. Writing a process, tracking posters for a middle school. How to write a poster for a middle school. Look at this picture from the book, A Guide to a Happy Life. What can you do to improve the quality of your life? Choose these areas and write a short paragraph for each of explaining your ideas. So, a guide to a happy life. What makes you happy? How can you have a happy life? Choose, improve the quality of your life. How we can do that? Choose 3 areas. Any 3 areas you want, and write about them. Well, right now we have reached the end of our today's lesson, and let's see the closure for today's lesson and what did we learn today. Today we spoke about medication and treatment, and also we read a paragraph about Ash and his friends. When he imagined himself he's going to pass the test. When he imagined himself he's going not to pass the test, he's going to fail the test. And how to write a poster at school, and also we studied some new vocabulary together, like patient and also like injection. Before we say goodbye, I would like to give you the next lesson vocabulary. It's all related to grammar, so it's all verbs. Some of them are noun, but most of them are verbs, because next time we're going to study grammar together. Let's see the passive. Let's make a quick revision about the passive and study them together. So before we say goodbye, I would like to give you the next lesson vocabulary. So it's going to be was recovered, is discovered, and what is the difference between them? Symptom, surgeon, recover, suffer, was found, is being read. Right now we're finally done. Thank you so much, my dear students. You've done a great job for today. Take care of yourself, and I hope to see you again very soon. Well, bye for now.
نتمنى من كل قلبنا الحصة تكون عجبتك، وبنقول لك ما تنساش تحل الكويز اللي في المصادر، وكمان تقيم الحصة تحت في التعليقات. منتظرينك في اللايف في حفظ الله.